Ik zal jullie aan elkaar voorstellen. Dit is mijn kamergenoot. Hij heet Adonis en hij is 3 jaar oud. 3 jaar oud. And baby. This is not the content you came here for. Hallo iedereen en welkom bij een nieuwe video. Dit is mijn kanaal en ik heet Hope. You're probably wondering, how is my Dutch after this whole month that I've been learning it? And the answer is uitstekend. Ik ben bijna een deskundige. So today is Dutch DINSDAG, and you're probably wondering, what's Dutch DINSDAG? Well, I'll tell you. I am studying 5 languages, and I have 2 native languages, which makes 7. And there just happens to be 7 days in the week. How convenient. So basically, each day of the week, I focus specifically on one language, and Dinsdag, Tuesday, just happens to be the day that I focus on Dutch, and it also happens to be my 1-month anniversary of starting Dutch, and it also happens to be the Netherlands National Day. So today's not actually like an update on my Dutch. I'm not really going to be speaking Dutch in this video. Sorry. You probably would have like had an aneurysm from hearing me speak Dutch anyways. But I'm actually going to show you my Dutch language learning routine. A lot of people have been asking me what my language learning routine looks like, and honestly, that's difficult to answer because it differs depending on the language. But this is my routine specifically for Dutch. Now, even though Tuesday is the day that I focus on Dutch, it doesn't mean that I don't study Dutch for the rest of the week. If you studied a language only 1 day a week, you probably wouldn't get anywhere. Sorry. So, yeah, I do study Dutch almost every day. I'd say 6 days a week so far. But today is the day that's like specifically focused on Dutch. So yeah, this is my Tuesday learning routine. Before we start, I'd like to show you this app. It's called A Tracker. It has all my languages in the corner here, even the ones that I haven't learned yet but want to learn. And basically what I do when I start studying is I just click on one and it starts doing a timing thing. So that's how I keep track of how long I study languages. It might seem very unnecessary for some people, but I like knowing how long I've spent time on learning languages. So if you're curious, this is what this month looks like right now. This is how many hours I've spent on language learning this month and which languages that are. Clearly I'm not learning Spanish, like she needs help. But yeah, let's get on with the Dutch.
Klein grappig konijn.
Hier komt Simon, hier komt Simon, hier komt Simon.
Mijn lief klein konijntje.
Speel mee!
I wish I could say I only watched it because I'm learning Dutch/Flemish and there aren't that many resources, but honestly, I enjoy that show way too much. One thing I also do when I'm learning a language is using Google Slides. I hope I came up with it. I've never heard of anyone else doing this, but I use Google Slides, and for each language I have a different slideshow, and every day I add a new slide and I write down the grammar things I learned that day and vocabulary I learned that day, and I try to keep it to like the bare minimum, so it's not like, I don't use it like a notebook. I use it like just as a snapshot of what I learned that day, and then every morning when I'm studying a language and I want to review, I just put it on presentation mode and I just go through the slides. And it's my favorite way of reviewing. I just add it. It's not fancy. It's just literally a list of vocabulary. italki lesson. It was amazing. It's a very new part of my language learning routine, and I really like it. I think it's great. I'm sure you've heard about it all over the place, so I'm not gonna go into an italki rant, but I think it's great. My italki teacher gave me a Google Doc. So I'm gonna take notes on that. I've been studying Dutch for this long today, and I'm not very tempted to stop, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'm probably gonna start Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is also something new that I didn't use until Dutch. It's expensive, very expensive. But because of Corona, they're doing this thing where you can use their website for free, and it's not the same as the regular Rosetta program. It's more like a watered down version of Rosetta Stone, but I think it's nice. I think it's a good thing for practice. I wouldn't use it by itself to learn a language, but then again, I wouldn't use any one resource by itself to learn a language. Basically, I just wanted to say that even when you're not studying your target language, it's important to be listening to music, watching YouTube video, podcasts, or anything else that helps you practice listening. So I just finished cooking, and I'm going to get back into Rosetta Stone actually, because I never actually did it today. But one thing I like to mention that I like to integrate into my study routine is food, since we're already on the topic of food. So I feel like a lot of people when learning a language, they forget that a language is not just by itself, I guess. It goes along with the culture of whatever country or countries the language is spoken in. So I feel like it's really important to learn about the culture as well as the language, because if you just learn the language and you don't know anything about like the actual traditions of the people and all those types of things, then it's not as interesting and it's not as wholesome as it should be when you learn a language. So that being said, I have Stroopwafels. These are really popular in the Netherlands. Actually, I'm not hungry right now, but my point is that sometimes when I study, I do eat like a snack that's typical of the country if I can make it or buy it. And obviously not everyone can do that, but I think it is important to realize that you should be learning about the food people eat and the type of clothes people wear and all those different types of cultural aspects of the country or countries the language you're learning is spoken in, because that is really important. So I'm currently on Rosetta Stone. It looks like this. I want to give Rosetta Stone actually a shout out, because I think one thing that's really cool for Rosetta Stone is that it doesn't teach you vocabulary. It kind of just has pictures and then sentences under them, and you kind of can put two and two together what the word means. That might sound a little confusing, but it's actually really effective, and I think it's a cool way of immersive teaching, because it's not giving you flashcards and then showing you what the words mean. It's giving you pictures that all have one thing in common and sentences that all have one word in common, and then all of a sudden you know words that you didn't even realize that you're learning. And I think that is super cool. So that's why I'm using Rosetta Stone for Dutch right now. And like I said, it's free until I think the summer.
Ik poets mijn tanden.
Ik poets mijn tanden. I'm done studying for today. It's still pretty early. It's only 4 p.m. So I might like review words later tonight. But yeah, that's basically what studying Dutch looks like for me on Dutch DINSDAG. I hope that was interesting. I feel like that was kind of boring. That is it. I will see you in another video. If you want to see my week-long polyglot routine of how I maintain / study 5 languages, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.
Ik leer Nederlands via een geweldige website. Mango
What a
Languages.
flex.